Hey guys, what's up? Insectlord BBG 101 here at Lenexa, Kansas Regional's Collector's Cache. I know that this man did not top at all. Would you say your record was 431?
431, yeah.
But yeah, what the hell were you playing?
I was playing Paleozoic Ojamas.
Were you playing the ABCs at all?
I was not playing the ABCs at all. This is just like my own creation. I've been like working on this for like 2.5 years.
Okay, and how have you done elsewhere?
I've had similar records out of the regionals. Like this deck can top. I assure you guys, this deck can top.
Have you topped with it yet?
No, you just gotta play a little bit better. I'm working on it. I need a better player to play this deck.
A better player to play against?
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, do you ever play this at locals or anything?
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever topped locals with it?
Yes, absolutely.
How commonly?
Like basically every time.
Every time?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous, man.
It's pretty good.
All right, so why don't we get into this deck profile?
Yeah, sure. So first we got the Ojama package. So starting off with 2 blues here.
Double searcher.
Yeah, it's funny, we don't actually use it as a searcher. It's mostly just like for the body. The main one you want to be drawing into, if you draw into any, is red, because he's got the summon effect.
Right, he's got the spam effect that you can use with Ojama Magic, I believe. If you discard it, you search them all. Normal summon this guy, get them all.
It works. See, you're thinking of like traditional Ojamas, but this is some spice, okay?
Right.
You'll find out.
Oh,
later.
So it doesn't work that way? Just one of each?
Just one of each. It's honestly better to just run 2 and then run a 3rd blue, but I like them, so I want to run one of each.
Are you ever afraid of cards like DD Crow taking out one of these? Are they a vital combo piece like that?
They're not a vital combo piece.
Really?
Yes.
Because personally, I'm just used to them being such a vital piece to the combinations. So let's see how the rest of this plays out.
So the main like engine of the deck actually isn't the Ojama monsters themselves; it's the traps. So we got 3 Ojama Pajama.
What does that card do?
So basically, it lets you like add an Ojama card from deck to hand and then discard 1 card. So that's gonna help you dump
the Ojama Magic.
No, actually,
the Ojama Duo.
This is the card that makes the deck. So what you do is, except for the turn sent there, you can banish the card, summon 2 Ojamas with different names from your deck.
That's broke.
Yes, it's broken. It's not a once per turn. And also, there's a loop that I utilize with the Paleozoic Lean Coilia. The wording on it is return instead of send, so you can just like banish this for cost, and then activate Lean Coilia, send it back, resolve it again. So most turns, if I'm doing full combo, I'm resolving Duo probably like 3 or 4 times. 4 is the max, obviously, but 3 is full combo.
That is ridiculous.
It's disgusting. Yeah. And then rest of the monsters, just 3 Lilith because I play tons of normal traps.
Right, it just makes you have better access to it. That's understandable.
Yeah, it's just 3 of most of the cards.
Right, it's the same way that's the early on Mystic Mind burn cards. They would run Lilith to get to cards like Duo and to Trio.
Yeah, for sure. All right, getting in the Paleo engine here, we got the Lean Coilia. So I just run 2. This is the combo piece I was talking about. It returns a banished Duo to grave. You usually want to be searching this off of Opabinia, one of the Paleo Xyz.
Right.
So just run 2. I don't really want to draw it. 3 Canadia, that's pretty standard for Paleo.
Just a good interruption.
3 Morella, this is another starter. You can pitch Duo with this.
Right.
Really important for the deck.
It's a very flexible card.
Yeah. 3 Dynamicius, it's really good. Nothing to say about it.
Even better interruption than Canadia.
Yeah, even better interruption. 3 Illinoides, MST, it's pretty good.
Right, not to mention it can become a monster on board. So
absolutely.
Even if you're playing against a deck like a danger-based deck that doesn't use much of any, if any, back row, you can still make it live in one form or another.
Yeah, I always want to see like a Paleo and some way to dump Duo. That's how you start the combos.
Right.
So another thing that's really important in the combos is battle traps. Right. So we run Storming Mirror Force and 3 Threatening Roar.
Okay.
The Threatening Roar is good because you can set it off with like Trap Trick and Lilith, and your opponent's not really going to feel threatened by it, so they're just going to leave it there and you're going to be able to resolve it. This is so important because the big combos, you need a Paleo on board. So if you resolve a battle trap, you get a Paleo on board.
Not to mention they can't attack over it.
They can't attack over it, and it's unaffected by monster effects. So most people aren't really going to be getting past that Paleo. So that's really solid.
So quick question, whenever it comes to Storming Mirror Force, how often have you resolved that today?
Oh my gosh, every game that I won, I think I resolved Storming Mirror Force.
And how did people just respond to it?
They were not happy about it. Everyone
did
was so
anyone negate it at any point?
Surprisingly, it did not get negated.
Really? You didn't go against any Pendulum players with a negate or anything like that?
Didn't run into Pendulum today. Did not run into Pendulum today. And mostly with Orcust, I was able to like pop their crescendo before.
Right, that's actually really going to help you out is if you can play around crescendo, because that really just plays around the effect of Dingirsu protecting. It really throws a wrench in their plans.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's amazing.
All right, so that's it for like the Ojama and Paleo engine for the most part. And then we just got some like generic interruptions. We got Crackdown. Nothing to be said there.
Right, just a
card.
generic good interruption.
Yeah. Then we got the 2 loss win and the 1 breakthrough skill. I don't like 3 loss win because there's some matchups that it just doesn't do a whole lot in, like Draco specifically. Draco is horrible for this deck. Luckily, I didn't run into it today. And breakthrough skill is nice in the Thunder matchup and stuff. You can banish it during your turn and stop their Colossus effect, so you can search from deck. It's kind of nice.
In the future, would you consider changing this ratio, like to 2 breakthrough skill, 1 lost win?
No, last one's a better card, but breakthrough is necessary, I think.
And would you consider adding a secondary copy because of cards like Trap Trick?
Yeah, I'd consider it.
All right.
I just gotta find her.
Fair enough.
We got the Solemn Judgments.
Of course.
Yeah. Just, it's broken. It saved me so many times.
Always live,
It's
unless
always
your
live.
opponent has something like Dinko on board.
Yeah, for sure. And then we got the Imperial Order and the Soul Drain.
Okay, so how well did Soul Drain work for you today?
Oh my gosh, in this format, with this deck, Soul Drain is amazing. If anyone is planning on playing this deck, this is a must. It wins you Salad, it wins you Orcus, it's free.
Interesting.
And then some more traps. We got triple Trap Trick.
Of course.
Kind of like Lilith, just 3 more of every normal trap. And 3 Reckless Greed. This card is busted in this deck. So my end board usually involves Paleozoic Animal Arcaris, which I'll get to later, but I'll explain why it's so good later.
That's the one that requires 3.
Yeah,
right?
it's the Paleo with 3 materials.
So you actually make it.
That is my end board. For the
Really?
most part, yes.
That is surprising.
Yeah, it's pretty
All right, let's keep going.
On the spells, we got 3 card demise. Just
Understandable.
Just good card, and then this Foolish Battle Goods, you can pitch Duo, you can pitch a Paleo if you don't draw into one. You can pitch Lost Wind, you can pitch anything. It's just so good.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's it for the main deck. That's 60 cards.
Alrighty. That is just ridiculous to me.
Yeah, okay. You want to see side or extra next?
We'll do extra deck first.
Alright, so we got a bunch of tokens. You can sell us some tokens this deck.
I was actually going to ask about what's with that big pile. I like the fact that you use Painful Decision. Oh my god,
You
you
got some
use
custom
the Super
Ojama
Buddy
tokens.
Party or whatever.
Yeah.
So it really just kind of captures that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Love the Ojamas. Just got to show them some love. So we got Link Spider. This is mostly used for positioning when you summon your Opabinia. Just get it in a zone that's below. 1 Security Dragon. You summon this under Link Spider. It's just an extra bounce during your combo if you want to do that.
Understandable.
Same kind of idea with Nightmare Phoenix. You can summon that under Link Spider. It'll be co-linked. You get the draw. You get the pop. This is really important because of outs. There can be only 1, and that card really just kind of hurts this deck.
So what do you think of that card? Do you think it's going to be hit at any point?
I want it to be a hit. I don't think it's gonna be.
Same.
Yeah.
I actually finally just picked up my own play set. Time to wreck people. Make people mad at me.
Next we got Firefighting Durumidol.
Okay.
This is a neat little card. It takes 2 beasts.
Right.
You can pop one of your own back row and pop one of your opponents, so it's just a little extra removal.
Right, and it makes your traps live and grave.
Yeah. It helps from time to time. Doesn't come up super often, but I would definitely keep it in.
I would kind of think so because it just has that level of versatility.
Yeah. Decode Talker. Decode is really strong in this deck. If I don't feel like I can OTK with borrelsword, I'm probably going to end on Decode, Animal Arcaris, and then like a Paleo and the other zone Decode points too, so that prevents targeting. Animal Arcaris has interruptions. You got a bunch of back row, so just good interruptions.
I actually wouldn't think that you wouldn't. Sorry there, guys. We ran out of space, but we are going to continue here. So what I was asking is that does it ever become a problem, the fact that this requires effect monsters and their tree as vanillas?
No, basically, like I use the vanillas under Xyz materials before I go into this, or like I'll summon Security Dragon with the vanillas. I've got to figure it out. There's ways you can get around it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Continue.
Then we got Borload, Borrelsword.
All right.
For a little bit, I was thinking about replacing Borload with Topologic Zerahoros for the Draco matchup, but I tested it and it's not worth it.
It just wasn't doing enough?
Yeah, it wasn't doing enough, wasn't coming up enough, so Borload, Borrelsword, can't really complain. Really good cards. This is pretty much the win condition of the deck. You like let them set up, and then you break their board, and then you Borrelsword them. It's busted.
So it's basically Borrelsword OTK.
Yeah, it's break your opponent's board, borrelsword. It's pretty good. On the XEs, we got Ronin Raccoon Sendayu.
You know, that reminds me of the second regionals I ever went to. I lost to Thomas Cambaracco, and if memory serves, that's what kept me from topping freaking raccoons. Rank 2 raccoons. Back in 2014.
Yeah, this card, it's pretty good. You detach and summon a token equal to the biggest attack on the field, and then while that token's out or another beast is out, he's indestructible. So, pretty solid.
So do you think that it's like, how often do you go into Sendayu?
When I really want to be sure I want to push for game, I go into Sendayu.
Alright, so this is just kind of like a once in a blue moon situation?
Yeah, it comes up every once in a while. There's stuff I'd rather go into, namely the paleo stuff, but
because
he's good for when I don't see paleos.
Good, that's good.
Scout Cavalry Centauria. This is amazing in the Thunder matchup. You swing into something, can't be destroyed by battle, you detach and it bounces it.
I kind of figured it's like, this is definitely something in my territory because of the understanding of raccoons.
Yeah, for sure. Then we got Crumble Logos.
Alright.
It's okay. I might take it out for something, not really sure. It just negates something face up. It doesn't come up very often. Yeah, I don't know. Not anything too crazy.
Any idea what you would replace with it if you took it out?
Not currently. So it's in for now, but...
Fair enough.
Yeah. Then we got the One Toad.
Of course.
This thing almost never comes up, honestly. I know.
I really wouldn't expect it to, purely because of the way that the deck works. It's one of those things that if you're going first and you have the ability to set it up, but it's highly unlikely since your way of going into it is going to be paleos.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes up, it's really good, obviously, but doesn't come up too often. And then this card is your main combo piece. So you want to summon it with a paleo trap underneath it, and you can detach then to search a paleo trap. In which case, you want to search that Lean Coily I was talking about that returns the Duo to grave. Then while it's out, you can activate paleos from hand. So you activate it, summon a paleo from grave, return Duo, get the extra summons off Duo. So major combo piece, very important. And then last, finishing it off, this is the main boss monster of the deck.
You actually run 2 of it.
Yes, it is so good. So it's basically Dryden. It's got a quick effect to pop something, and if a trap goes for my spell and trap cards onto the grave, I get to mill the top card of my deck, and if it's trap, add it to hand. So this is super important for the grind game.
Okay, so is the idea to basically get out both Obapina and Anomalakaris?
Yeah, more or less. You usually don't end on Opinia. You end on Anomalakaris and either decode and like borrelsword or something like that. But this card is just so important for your grind. Yeah.
Understandable. It really provides a good layer of just destruction and disruption.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the paleo monsters are unaffected by monster effects, so this guy's tough to get around sometimes.
Right, I would think. Because, I mean, like, imagine having to deal with Titan and be like, I'm just going to return that. Because it can't be destroyed by its effect.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for the extra.
Let's see that side deck.
Quick side deck. Pretty evenly. Really good card. Sided against back row heavy decks. Sided against combo decks. It's just a great side card for going second.
Right. It's kind of standard.
Yeah. 3 anti-spells. Didn't come up today.
Pendulum matchup?
Didn't see Pendulums, so...
I mean, like, was that what your intent was for it?
Pendulum and Striker, you know, it hurts him.
Alright.
3 Heavy Storm. Really good against back row. 3 Lancia. Stops Orcus. Stops Thunder for the most part, or, like, Chaos Dragon combo.
Right.
And then 3 Border. Didn't come up today.
I was actually about to ask. But it's kind of disappointing that it didn't really come up.
Yeah.
But still.
I mean, it's a good card. If it had come up, it probably would have won me games, but it didn't, so.
Probably. That card is like Fossil Dyna. It can be an absolute blowout.
Yeah,
Difference
absolutely.
being that with this card being 2,000 attack, it's almost infinitely better, especially because of the fact that most decks have to utilize combo pieces, including monster effects mostly, in order to be able to establish extra deck monsters. And while, of course, there's ways around that, it can still be a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, I mean, it wins games, but it didn't come up, so it's whatever.
All right, so real quick as we wrap this up, any shout-outs?
Any shout-outs? Shout-outs to Truman State's Trading Card Game Club. We got a bunch of people coming out here today. We had one guy top, Varkon. Shout out to Varkon.
What was he playing?
He was playing Lair Infernoid.
Really?
Yeah, he got top 8, I want to say. Woo! So, yeah, pretty good.
That's one of my favorite decks.
Kudos to him. Yeah, just shout-outs to the club.
Anyone else?
No, that's it.
Any locals or anything?
Shout out to my friend Nate.
All right. And what was your name, sir?
David Shengelia.
David what?
David Shengelia.
Shengelia.
Yep.
All right, well, pleasure getting this deck profile, man. That is some spice. And like I said, I know that this isn't any top deck, but to me, this is the stuff I live for.
Yes.
So
yes.
that said, thank you for sharing this with me.
All right, no problem, man.
All right. Have a great day.